Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Next to score, Bengals 7, Cowboys nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action, Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
That's good for the Cowboys.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Play action now, Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. To the air again, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go, here we go.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Flushed out right. He finds his man, Pollard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Prescott on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Now left side on the swing pass. Yeah, he is out up around the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut. There's the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 1st down screen pass, good for 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Room here to run. Down the left sideline. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Forced out to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down. On third down, Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
good for 24 yards.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gon' do. If you gon' build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, and I don't die time. It's all about vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through, the bag in the G. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack figures with your family.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
Kevontae Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Prescott from the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
First and goal, Dallas.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 43 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Cowboys 7, Jets nothing.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. Here's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on the 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I have to tell her it's not that. To the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground right away. They're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. punt of 32 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The niggas you tell me's the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me. Mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they signed up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set, my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been Frank in the friend zone. Got. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. And about she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I moved to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my